Welcome to the Dr. Erin Show. May you live your truth. Live from Los Angeles, we come together each day to know the truth, live on spiritual principle, and align with universal law. We also come together as a community in soul society committed to enlightenment, empowerment, and entrepreneurship. So today I want to talk to you about judgment, letting go of judgment. So I don't work with couples, but I've been asked many times to work with couples. They come to me and they say, we want spiritual counseling, we're having problems, and we need, someone to delegate and figure out what's going on. And when they come to me, I basically tell them, I won't work with you together. I will work with you individually and birth your truth and get clarity and have you understand what's going on for you and deal with your traumas and so on and so forth. But I won't work with you together. And it just doesn't work. So one day a couple came to me and they wanted me to work with both of them. And I told them that same thing. I won't work with you guys together, but I'll work with you individually, deal with your traumas, get clear of what your values are, your commitments, and getting clear of how that would work together. And they were really annoyed. They were like, why? We don't understand. How are we ever going to fix something when it's completely apart? I said, well, it just never amounts to anything. I've watched it over and over again, and it usually actually just compounds the arguments. So they got a little bit more annoyed, and so I just thought I'd kind of help them guiding through of why. So I started asking them, what is it that what do you fight about, And basically, one of the couple said that they always felt like the other person just never listened, that they were never coming from compassion. They were always trying to tell them what to do. And the other person, the woman actually, she said, I just feel like I can never make him happy. No matter what I do, I never make him happy. And so this is the point, is that they both were pointing the finger at the other person, right? So you are such a powerful spiritual being. Everyone is so powerful that the moment you even consider anything, the moment you judge anyone, the moment whatever, you set the human vicious cycle in motion. The number one thing that creates all problems in all relationships is judging the other person and making them wrong. And it literally, it's a backfiring system. So how do we deal with this? Right? So first of all, when anyone comes, it doesn't matter if it's a relationship, because all of life is a relationship, right? You judge everything. You judge life. You judge things. You judge people. You judge whatever. And if we feel like we're the effect of something, we, number one, will disempower ourselves for sure, right? The extent to which we hand our power over to our relationship, the extent we hand our power and judge money or judge life or judge anyway, we instantaneously experience feeling disempowered, and it's the effect of that thing, right? And so as we're in anything in life where we're judging it, it is literally we're creating our own hell. So say this couple or whatever, so you're judging, your career, you're judging your boss, you're judging whatever in life. The moment that you assign a negative meaning to what is or is not occurring, or to that person or thing or circumstances, you instantly experience a negative experience, right? And so that's how powerful you are. And so there is a difference between judging and choosing to create something new, right? There's a very big distinction there. I can sit and judge somebody or something and just judge it and complain and feel the negative effect of that. And then I can also listen and go, this isn't aligned with my truth. Whatever's going on in your relationship, whatever's going on in whatever circumstance of your life, judgment is a good thing when it's used to actually just create what you do want to create. Like, this isn't working, let's adjust. I'm going to adjust, not looking to the other person, the circumstances, anything. How do I want to create from nothing, knowing that this is what it is? This person I'm in relationship is who they are. The world is what it is right now. My boss is whoever he is right now. I have only a power when I pull it back and go, who do I need to be? How do I need to change? How do I need to show up? Or maybe this environment just isn't for me, whatever that is, right? So judgment is a really tricky thing, because when we judge, we literally imprint into our own subconscious mind this feeling of being the effect. That's really what judgment is. It's feeling like you're the effect of something out there and that you're not the cause. So all of life basically is an entrapment. Judgment is an entrapment of life in that really unlocking the prison door into neutrality. So all of life, if you're judging, it's just going to keep bringing crap and everything for you to judge until you realize that you've got to you got to have it neutral. You've got to have equanimity around it, right? And once you come into that neutral state of realizing it is what it is, you no longer judge and you close the gap of suffering, which is accepting people, places, and things as they are. And you close that gap in suffering. And when you accept and you stay neutral, then you know you have freedom of choice. And so what is it that you want to choose? So as this couple began to do their inner work, they both did their separate work. They both dealt with traumas around relationship and what their belief systems were about love and not being worthy and all that stuff. And they got down into what their core values were. What are your core values? Do you guys align in your core values, right? And then getting clear of what they're really committed to individually. And then most couples, they have a choice, right? Most people are not identical, nor would we ever want everybody to be identical. But then they have a choice. Do their lives, can they overlap? Can they both be committed, both have the same values and both whatever, and still stay in peace and create joyful lives together? And I've had couples that have. I've had couples that haven't. Out of that, but the point is that when you stop judging, when you start accepting people and places as they are, then you have choice. Then you get to look at it and as is it, and have a power to say, do I want to create with this person? Do I want to create in this circumstances? Accepting my boss as he is, does this work for me? Can I still create and be empowered in the situation? Or no, you're not able to keep peace and you're not able to be fully empowered. That's where people begin to awaken from judgment. Judging is basically stating to yourself, your subconscious mind, and the universe that you're the effect of something, that you have less power over that thing to create and innovate through that. So expanding your thoughts, perspective, liberates you from the chains of suffering. When belief systems alter, you start to flow. You freely flow in that zone, that flow, and you naturally have a journey into this beautiful state. Recognizing enlightenment is not a destination, but it's a consummate of all experience. It's delivered you to freedom. That when you expand your consciousness and know that you get to accept and then create, that there's this divine connection of truth and happiness, of course. Judgment, one of the greatest teachers, I think, of helping us move past judgment was Marcus Aurelius, who was famed. He's a Greek emperor who was in some of the greatest battles, like bloodshed battles. And he wrote a book called Meditations. And can you imagine this warrior, right? He's in a gruesome physical massacres and found peace within, right? How could you not judge and be the effect and feel like life sucks? I'm judging life. I'm judging the situation. I'm judging, all the stuff around a war, gruesome massacres, right? And he found this peace within. He said that he described it of how to find and persevere with equanimity and conflict by following nature as a source of guidance and inspiration. He was one of the first leaders known to man who spoke of the collective approach to consciousness and specified how important discipline and focus are, as well as active pursuit of being a good person. So when we judge, it's not about us. It's like, stop putting the blame around somebody else, the circumstances, whatever it is, a war zone, a marriage that's going in disarray, and start looking at the grace within, the grace of staying in principle. And when I train spiritual leaders, I train them in how to never make anyone wrong. Doesn't mean they keep themselves in environments or relationships that don't work, but never make anyone wrong. Seeing everybody for their divinity, right? If you can't hold them and know this person is a great person, you don't belong and you don't deserve to have them in your life, right? How do you do this? How do you stay in this neutral state and know that it's all for your growth? It's all for you to birth more and more of your truth. And if you're in a situation where you feel like you have to judge because you just can't find peace in it, then you got to listen to that and know that that means you're not in the right place, or you got to adjust your beliefs and come present and really enjoy exactly where you are. And so in this, I just know that the truth is the moment you assign a positive or negative meaning to anything, you instantaneously experience a positive or negative feeling. Judgment can be good or it can be bad. Judgment is judgment. Just know that you are that powerful, that the moment you assign a meaning, positive or negative, you're going to experience a positive or negative meaning. That's the power. That's the choice you have. Your mind is the most powerful weapon you have. However, within it is the great eternal battle. You are in the greatest battle you will ever fight, and that is within, between you and yourself. And so on this note, I just recognized today is the challenge and the practice of stay neutral. Stay neutral, and in that neutrality of power. Today's universal law is the law of rhythm. Life is an energetic flow of vibration that moves in cyclical manner. Day becomes night, tides rise and fall, the heart beats in and out. This law brings balance and order through its centering equilibrium. Nature teaches us. Extreme beliefs, judgment, and intense actions are brought to neutral through the process of the law. Industrial markets are corrected via the symmetric axiom, swing. So this is what it is. Look at nature. Nature has storms, but what happens in the storms? The roots get deeper in the trees. The plants get stronger. So know that whatever you're going through is for your highest good. And your perseverance is to stay in source, stay grounded, and live your truth with firmness in that. Just live your truth, and then you can let the rest of it flow. And so today's challenge is to stay neutral. To become the cause of your life, one must be able to avoid reacting to it. Practice taking a deep breath between stimulus and your response. Take a breath. There's a power in what happens in life and how you respond to it. That's where the power lies, that choice, right? There's a great power of choice in the sacred moment. Practicing staying neutral is the key. And so instead of immediately assigning a positive or negative meaning to what does or does not occur, breathe and then decide what you wish to create. The rhythm of life can be mastered by you when you stay neutral. So on that note, have a great day, and may you live your truth. Thanks again for tuning in to Dr. Erin and Soul Society podcast. I'd like to invite you to write a review on iTunes. Also, I have a free gift for you, a money meditation and worksheet, which you can find at soulciety.com. That's www.soulciete.com, or 30 guided meditations at drerin.tv. That's www.drerin.tv. We also hold monthly Soul Society events that are all about transformation and building extraordinary community. You can also watch me live daily on goodmorninglalaland.com or Instagram at drerin.tv. Grab your free manifestation masterclass with the purchase of my international best-selling book, Awakening, a 40-day guide to unleashing your spiritual powers, life purpose, and manifesting your dreams at erinfallhaskell.com/awakening book.